Coop and I are coming in hot today because it's hot outside. She's hot, I'm hot. We're in the air conditioning, but it's still hot. Nobody, and I mean this, literally, nobody is perceiving reality for you. Nobody. So therefore, anybody else's opinions about your life, about reality, about what you're manifesting, honestly, fucking matter. Nobody. Now, aside from that, if you want to continue narrating your existence, your reality, like dog shite, then expect the dog shite. You are source. Nothing is happening around you, really, without your permission. I know. We could sit there and go logical and think about the state of the world, and I know everybody's got their own opinion on the state of the world, right? From all different perceptions, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm talking about you. We're talking about you today. What you think about your life. What you think about your love life, your financial life, your career life, about your physical health life, your mental health life. How are you narrating it? Tell the truth. Before you clicked on this sexy ass video, what were you thinking about yourself? Be honest. If you're an Hbic, then I'm assuming you were thinking good things. You better have been. If you're brand new to my channel and wondering why this woman is ranting and raving, well, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I love all things consciousness, conscious manifestation. I like getting what I want. I like getting it very fast. I don't want to wait for anything. I'm assuming none of you do either. So why don't you hit that subscribe and let us now be friends. I'm ranting and raving because, you know, we all have days where we feel human, because we are human, right? But we're more than that. But we all have days where we might be frustrated. You might have a specific thing going on in your life right now, but nobody else around you is gonna make that conscious choice for you to decide to not see it as something in the way or something holding you back. And it is as simple as that. And I know that there are some of you who want to ask the question, yeah, but Kim, how? How do I change this? How do I get this circumstance to change or this experience to change? How do I get my specific person to finally just show up and choose me if I haven't been successful with it before? How am I supposed to get this money in when my financial life is in tatters? Blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, your physical health, if maybe you have something going on with your health. Maybe you're someone that wants to gain weight or someone that wants to lose weight. How, Kim, how? It starts with you no longer labeling those things as things that are preventing you from seeing and perceiving reality differently. Let's just be honest, we all could sit here. Every one of us could find something in our life if we looked hard enough to decide we don't want, we don't like. We all have opinions. Each and every one of us does. But it serves us not in a great way to keep the focus on how much we dislike something. The power of your awareness, you know, there's a reason why Neville Goddard titled his book The Power of Awareness. It's because the power is in your awareness. Now, some of you take that so fucking literal that you think, oh my God, well, I'm aware that my specific person hasn't contacted me in 10,000 years. Oh God, no, I'm not referring to that, because we don't have to keep labeling that as your problem. We don't have to decide that that's a problem anymore. It doesn't fucking feel good to stare at the things that we're not happy with and keep ruminating on them. Does that fucking feel good? Does it feel good to point out all the little details about what you're unhappy with your love life, financial life, and all the things. Does it feel good? Does that feel good? Does that make you go, yay? Oh my God, I love everything. I'm so happy this area sucks tits. No, you know as well as I do, it doesn't feel good. Poop and I think you need to quit doing that. That's a great starting place where we stop pointing out what we don't like. You've already identified that. You've already decided what you do want because of the contrast of those things. Why does it need any more attention from us? It doesn't. Some of us let so much of the outside control who we know ourselves to be. And listen, we all have bad days. We all have days where we're just not even the mood. I don't know, maybe you even have days where you're like, I don't even want to hear about manifestation today. Maybe out of frustration, you just don't feel like hearing it. I understand. You don't gotta constantly be thinking about manifestation if you don't want to. But even if you're not watching content, reading books, thinking about manifestation, you still don't have to sit and constantly ruminate on what you're not happy with, because it doesn't feel good. And each and every one of us, we deserve to feel good. We deserve to be happy. We deserve to have the life we've always wanted. And it is possible to experience that life. It's possible. Will you let yourself enjoy things? Will you let yourself get your mind onto something else? I really want you to take a look at, what do you really, when you think about your specific person, does it make you feel good to think about your person, or does it bother you to think about your person? The first thing that comes into your mind when you think of specific person, as soon as I say that phrase, specific person, what is it you think about? When the picture pops into your mind, when you see your specific person's face in your mind, in this moment, does it feel good? Do you think good thoughts? I'm not sitting here telling you that your thoughts always have to be good. I don't mean that. But pay attention to what you're honestly identifying as. There's a reason that, let's say, really good manifestation channels talk about your awareness. And they talk about the power of I am. There's a reason why we keep bringing up, you are the source. You are the God of your reality. If you're not comfortable with that wording, choose the words that feel good to you. But there's a reason for it. I have said this a lot lately because it's been on my mind a lot. We don't always know everything all at once. Sometimes when, let's say, you're not hearing from your person, that doesn't mean it's because your specific person isn't thinking about you. It doesn't mean that they're not contemplating contacting you, asking you out, maybe thinking about other happy memories the two of you had. Who knows? It doesn't always have to mean something negative. Quiet times in reality don't always mean bad things. It doesn't always mean it's not working. You know, a lot of the old books are about manifestation, Neville Goddard, Ernest Holmes, Genevieve Beren, Joseph Murphy, I could keep listing names. A lot of them talk about you being the observer or the only actor. I really like the idea of you're the narrator. There's nobody else telling your story except for you. But we are all so conditioned to just think that life just happens. I'm just stuck with whatever is thrown at me. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nobody's narrating it. Nobody else is sitting down and writing your story for you. I don't know about you. Did your logical mind just think of someone who's had a book written about them? Because I did too. But you get what I'm saying. Nobody's writing your story. Nobody's sitting down and deciding for you how your love life goes. You're doing that. you're the narrator. Think of a movie where the voice starts giving you details before you get the first scene. What is that voice for you? What is it saying about you? 10-ish years ago, my narrator voice would have been like, this is Kimberly and her life sucks tits. The only good thing that Kimberly thinks she has is her child. Outside of that, every area of her life sucks. And she sees no hope in change. That was how I narrated my reality. And what did my reality do? It showed me lots of examples of how my narration was perfect. So guess what? Kim finds manifestation stuff. Started with law of attraction, moved to law of assumption. Here I am now. My narration had to change. I stopped talking shit about the areas in my life that I wanted to see change. And I will tell you, I was not always perfect. No one's expecting you to be perfect. You really do. You get a do-over every new moment. Do you know that? Right now, it's a do-over moment. If you were bitching about the area that you're manifesting in right before you watch this video, it's right now is a do-over. We can erase it immediately. Decide again. Who are you? Narrate your life the way you want to see it. And whether you believe it or not, reality instantaneously in that moment began to reshape and make matter into a new shape or form for you. But some of you won't give that a chance. Some of you will do that and immediately go back and start talking shit again. Being disappointed, being defeated. You are. I am. You are that. You are already whole, missing, lacking, nothing. Will you allow yourself to see that? Will you allow yourself to be aware that life is changing and becoming what you want? Will you allow yourself to do that? Or do you feel really safe and secure in preparing for things not to work? 10 years ago, Kim felt safer doing that. It didn't help me. It didn't make things hurt any less. It didn't make disappointment feel any less disappointing, any less heartbreaking. And it just kept bringing me more of it. The information is right in front of you. It's right in front of you. I don't care if a doctor told you that you have an incurable disease. That doctor might be officially doing their job, reading you from their textbook, but they are not the source of your reality. You are. They are nothing but reflection. And no reflection is permanent unless you continue to decide that it's true and that it must be real. It must stay. This is the experience I'm going to continue to have. You have the authority and the power to say, no, there's no such thing as an incurable disease in my world. I know what God, universe, higher power, source energy is, and I know that's what I'm made of. That's what's inside me. That's the divine part of me. And if that's the divine part of me, then that must mean I'm already perfect, whole, and complete, lacking absolutely nothing. And if I keep telling myself that I am 100% healthy and perfect, I'm in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, that is who I know myself to be. I'm a multi-millionaire. Then that is who I will be. That is the evidence I will see in reality. How that will come to me, how that will be true for me in reality, I don't know. You don't know. But it will be. And it's going to be a lovely, unique experience. It's not going to look like everybody else's experience, so I don't have to feel bad because somebody else seems to be getting their shit. You are too. You are too, but it's coming to you in a unique way. So all the time, you've made yourself feel bad because somebody sitting next to you in a manifestation group got their shit. That doesn't mean yours ain't also happening. You're powerful. There is nothing more potent, nothing more powerful than I am. So how do you direct yours? I am what? I am who? To change your life is to simply stop narrating life the way you no longer wish it to be. It is that simple. It is that easy. And you don't need anything else to get yourself there. And that's not me telling you that you can't use your lovely techniques. But don't you see? It's your perception of your reality. What you think is real in front of you, then it shall be so. And I know, listen, I have shared my SB journey, literally, right? But I have shared when my reality didn't look like the way I wanted it. But I do my best to practice what I preach. I know last week I made content letting you know that, I had someone in the hospital in my family. I definitely shared it in my channel memberships. But to let you know that my family member is home. My family member is out of the hospital. That didn't mean I didn't have moments of being very concerned, very worried. But I would not let that tell me who I am, because I don't let my feelings and emotions dictate to me who I am. I don't let that change my decision. I don't let feelings and emotions or life circumstances, experiences change my mind on my decision. Do you let them change for you? If something doesn't go your way, what does that mean to you? Oh shit, I might as well give up. It's never gonna happen. Or are you like me? Fuck that. I just might not understand what's happening, but this is who I am. Which one feels more comfortable for you? You ain't gotta say fuck that. You ain't gotta talk like me. But are you letting everything change your mind? How do you narrate your reality? Tell me in the comments below. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.
One thing about a girl like me, I'm a head B-A-R-B. One thing about